my name is Hadia Mohammadzadeh. Today I'll be talking to Halima Aden. Halima is 19. She recently signed to the IMG modeling agency, and Halima is quickly becoming fashion's face of 2017. And she's from our very own state of Minnesota. Alright, so first of all, I would just like to say, as a Muslim woman myself, I am just very inspired by the way you present yourself and our religion. So, but that being said, is it ever difficult to do that, like being Muslim in the fashion industry?
I guess, like, I put a lot of pressure on myself, so yeah, it definitely does have like some difficulties, but so far everyone has been super like welcoming, and like the designers that I've worked with and you know the stylists, everybody's like trying to make sure that I'm comfortable and they accommodate to like my needs. So that's been really like helpful. But yeah, I think again it's just like I put so much pressure on myself.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What most surprised you about the fashion community when you joined?
How open everyone was. I think like when you watch America's Next Top Model or Toddlers and you know, like those shows, they kind of show you like the dramatic side, and like everybody's like, but no, everybody was super chill. Like the models were so nice, like they were genuinely nice, like helping me with my walk, and compared to what you see on TV,
They're not all divas.
no divas.
That's good.
Who's the coolest person you've met then?
Wow, that's gonna be a hard one. I think Karine Raphael.
Okay.
She was really cool. Gigi Hadid, her sister, Bella. It's so funny,
awesome.
right? Like, I'm a total like fangirl because I walked in this one time and it was at the Max Mara fashion shoot, and like I looked, I was like, oh my god, I saw this girl. She's on the poster at whatever, you know, Pink or Victoria's Secret. So I was like, you know, so that's cool. And like, now when I go into malls, like some of the girls on the posters or whatever, like I recognize them, and I'm like, wow,
That's really cool.
yeah.
What's the best piece of advice you've been given, either by models or by anybody that you've worked with so far?
I think Iman. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with her, but she, like in her time, she was like a supermodel. You know, I still think she's a supermodel, but she's also Somali. She's Muslim, so she was just like, they're gonna meet you where you stand. They'll meet you where you stand. So that for me was like, okay, whew, I can continue to do this, and I don't have to change myself. I don't have to feel pressure to do anything or be anything but myself. And I think that piece of advice really helped me, because it was at the beginning and I didn't know if everybody was going to be nice, or if, you know, people were going to try to say, oh no, wear this, even though I don't feel comfortable. So I didn't know what to expect. So after she gave me that advice, it just worked out really good, because I knew that I wasn't going to change myself, and I knew like if I set the boundaries, everybody was going to, you know, meet me where I stand.
That's really good, because I know you really like to express your modesty and stuff. So then the people that you work with accommodate with that. Yeah, that's great. So I heard that you were homecoming queen at your high school. So could you maybe tell me about that and your experience?
It was such a shock because our school has never even nominated a Somali or Muslim girl or boy, I think, to be on the homecoming court. And it was just something like, traditionally speaking, it was so not Somali, like, what's homecoming? You know, I told my mom, and she was like, what's that? So that was really cool. It was surprising, but I saw, like, after I did win, it literally brought my school closer together, because then it wasn't like the Somali students and the non-Somali students. It was just like, oh, you know, this is our school, this is our community, and, you know, why not have a king or queen, you know, from all these different cultures.
Are you in college now?
Well, I took this semester off. I was.
Yeah.
But after the pageant, like, that news broke out, and I got my modeling contract, they were just like, to be honest, I don't know how you're going to manage it, because it's like, you're gone. So much, you know, so it doesn't work out when you have to be in class like every other day.
Right.
So yeah, I took the semester off, but you know, school and education is very important, especially to my mom. So I didn't have that opportunity when I was a child. So she really doesn't want me to give up on school, and I don't either. So of course I'm gonna go back to school.
Yeah, that's very relatable with foreign parents.
Oh, good.
So what do you think the next step in your career will be?
I don't know. What I think I'll do you never know how long, like, modeling, you know, like, it shifts, it changes. One season you might be in and it might be a trend, and the next season no one knows about you anymore, or no one really cares anymore. So I want to have as many connections as I can. I want to enjoy my time. You know, it's not something that I had, you know, like something I did before, like traveling, you know, getting to see different parts of the world. It's not something I had, you know, prior to the pageant, prior to, you know, modeling. So I want to, like, make the most out of that. But yeah, you're right. It's like with school, like, I don't know, the online classes, that's something I'm thinking about.
That's good. Do you have any advice for Muslim women and men who face a lot of like persecution based on their race and religion?
Yes, I do. I think, yeah.
I know, like, me and my friends, like, we really look up to you a lot. So, like, if you have any advice, yeah.
No, like, to be honest, I know what it's like to, like, middle school is like when bullying started happening for me, and kids would taunt me about the hijab. They'd be like, you have no hair, you look like an alien because you have this, you know, bun, and just a lot of teasing and taunting, and people would make remarks like, oh, this is, Osama bin Laden's daughter, da 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 da, you know, just rude stuff like that to your face, and it hurts so much. Especially at that, like, fragile time, like 14 is like when you're first starting to, like, get to know yourself. That's, you know, that's when it's like that bridge before, you're still a child, but at the same time, you're not a kid, you know, so it's such a hard time, and if you add bullying and taunting on top of that, it just makes it all that much more harder. But my advice, like, what got me through it is, like, I just honestly felt bad for them, I sympathized with them, and I knew that I wasn't gonna let them affect me, you know? Because it did. I got to the point where I started showing them my hair. Like, what do you mean I have no hair? I have hair. Da, 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 da. And I felt so bad because I stooped to their level, and something that was so important to me, I decided to not care about because of them, you know? So ultimately they won because I did show them my hair. But my advice is just, like, know why you're doing it, and it's your religion, and no one has the right to make you feel bad about it.
That's great. I'm so happy for everything that's happening.
Oh, thank you so much.
I think you deserve it. Like, you're a great influence.
No, you guys are doing so good. Just like being in school, being a girl, being a Muslim, going to school, learning every day. Like, I hope you continue that, and I hope college isn't hurt. Which it sounds like it will be. Because other girls, young girls, are going to look at you and they're going to see that you're doing this, and, you know, you have aspirations, and that's going to inspire them.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Halima, for coming. We had so much fun.
Thank you so much for having me, Wayzata High School.